Oh shit! Alright guys, you're gonna have to start getting used to a new format, the PlayTCG era of my videos. Until the new version of Pokemon Trading Card Game Online comes out, this is what I'm going to be playing on. I'll leave links in the description if you want to play there and such. And we'll get this ball rolling. Okay. Lead double Dynamo. I flipped heads because he called tails, and that was good, so it was my turn to go first. And then I flipped two heads there, and I get a Tornadus, and then I think about it for a second, and I think, okay, he's running Darkrai. I get a Terrakion, but it's way too early for that. I don't have any energy to get onto it right now. And I think about getting another Dynamo out just to ensure the fact that like I could get an Eel out later in case he gets this Darkrai moving really fast. But then I decide just to go for Zekrom. Now I'm going to go ahead and end and shuffle my hand into my deck and draw 6 because that's how many prizes I have there. And I get to attach energy to Thundurus, play switch, bring Thundurus into the active, which is good because I have an energy in hand and I can charge this turn, and next turn I'll be able to do 80 damage with Disaster Bolt. Now this match is sped up 2 times as fast because the normal video is like over half an hour long. He plays down a Tyrogue, and Tyrogue, I don't like that play. I don't like Tyrogue anymore. It's really not useful. I know it was in my deck for regionals, but that was before. That was then. This is now. He goes ahead and Junipers, and he's actually gonna make a play later. He's gonna bring up the Tyrogue because he thought I was running a 30 HP Dynamo. He's gonna play He's gonna play a dual ball there, and he's gonna roll 1 heads, and he's gonna get himself a Terrakion, and that's going to threaten my deck a little bit. He's going to play down a Experience Share, which is something I'm not seeing in Darkrai decks, is a Terrakion Experience Share. It's kind of cool. Makes sense. Get those Retaliates off in like the Mirror Match and in Electric decks. So he's going to do Mischievous Punch for 30. He just realized there that it's a 40 HP Dynamo from the new set. And then he's going to flip for Sleep right there, and he gets tails. Odd numbers are tails, even numbers are heads if you don't use dice ever. I'm going to go ahead and random receiver because I don't want to Juniper away another Juniper. I really don't mind about Junipering away that Raikou. I've actually found it to not be all that useful yet, but then again, haven't been played in the mirror yet. So I'm going to go ahead and Oak there. And I get a couple things. I get a Junk Arm, Mewtwo, some Dual Balls, and Juniper, and an Eel. I'm gonna go ahead and Dual Ball there. Gonna get 1 head, search my deck, and I think I'm gonna get a Smeargle here. That's cool. Smeargle was like the best card in the world, by the way. It has an ability called Portrait, where you could look at your opponent's hand and use a supporter you find there. So I'm going to junk away this Mewtwo and this other Junk Arm because I think it's really important for me to start going. And I Junk Arm for the switch, and I'm going to bring up the Smeargle. I'm going to play down a Eel on the damage Dynamo just to kind of protect it. It could stay around for another turn. He can't snipe it with Darkrai. I'm going to use Portrait, and I look at his hand. He's got a Darkrai, an Energy, 2 Oaks, and a Dark Claw. Dark Claw is like a perma double plus power, which is crazy. So I use his Plant, and I get a couple things here, but nothing all that useful. I really should have attached at the beginning of my turn when I had the chance, but I didn't for whatever reason, in case I wanted to retreat or something. He flips for Sleep and wakes up. Now he's going to attach that Dark Claw and another Energy there, and play down another Darkrai, and then he's going to use his Oak. So things are kind of starting to pick up for him right now, and it's a little worrisome. But I have a Terrakion in my hand, and I have an Eel out, so if he knocks out something like Thundurus, I can get that little Terrakion out there. Now he's gonna Junk Arm something and a Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball is kind of cool. You can discard 2 cards and then get any Pokemon you want. I haven't been using it really though, so it just hasn't seemed necessary yet. He's going to play Darkness Patch, which puts a basic Dark Energy from your discard onto your Pokemon there, and he puts it on a Darkrai, and he catches up my Eel. Now, that's bad. He can free retreat with Dynamo, or Tyrogue, rather. He's going to bring up his Darkrai, and he's going to be able to knock me out with the, what's it called, Darkness Spear or something like that. It's going to do 90 of the active, plus the 20 from Darkness Claw, so it'll definitely knock out my Eel, and then he also snipes for 30 to the bench. He decides to go after my Thundurus, which is fine. I'm not even worried about that, because he could have knocked it out and hit an Eel or something else. I decided just to bring up the Thundurus. I wanted to really bring up that Smeargle, but I didn't want to burn another switch, and I didn't want to like hope for the Sky Arrow but not get the Sky Arrow. And I take a while to decide where I want the Eviolite. I decided I want it on Terrakion because he's going to be a big player later in the match because it's a dark deck and I need to, blah. I accidentally discard those 3 cards instead of putting them back in my hand, so I'm going to shuffle back into my hand and draw 6 for a Pont. Kind of nice. I get that fighting energy I was talking about earlier. There you go. He's got Dark Cloak, which, lets people retreat, and Night Spear, I think is what it was called. You looked at it really quick and go back and pause your screen on it or something. I could play the catcher to catcher up that Terrakion, buy myself a turn, do some damage, but I think I just decided to play down this plus power and do 90 to the Darkrai, meaning I only have to do 90 more, in case I get something else up or whatever. So I'm gonna put the energy into the discard pile where it belongs for the Disaster Volt, and he's gonna play down Darkrai with Experience Share. And put the Experience Share on the Darkrai. He plays a Professor Oak's new Theory, and he's going to attach a Fighting Energy to his Terrakion, and then he's going to play Dual Ball, and he's going to roll 1 heads and 1 tails. So he can search for 1 basic. He's going to get another Darkrai out, which is crazy. So I'm playing down a Smeargle of his own, which is cool, because Smeargle, like I said, is too cool. Darkrai is, crazy good, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to drop the money on several Darkrai's. You need, at least 3. He's going to Night Spear and then do 30 to my little Dynamo. I'm going to bring up my Smeargle and play Level Ball to get an Eel on my Dynamo, and that's good. That means I can get this Terrakion going, and I could revenge this stupid Darkrai. I think I'm going to Dynamotor here, or maybe I'm going to actually use Portrait. I could use Juniper, or I could use N. I decide to use N, and draw 6, hopefully, maybe get him into a hand where he can't draw a supporter or whatever. I get the Sky Arrow, which is awesome. It's just absolutely freaking perfect. And then I'm going to Dynamotor onto Terrakion, put that electric energy for my discard. Then I'm going to bring up Terrakion with free retreat because of Sky Arrow. And I already attached this turn, and I'm going to play Dual Ball. And I'm going to get 2 heads, so I can get out 2 basics if I want. Dynamo, I get out. I see that I have a Super Rod and stuff, so I'm going to bank on getting that out, or... Actually, no, I have an Eel in my hand, so... I had an Eel in Zekrom, and I only play down the little Dynamo. And then I'm going to retaliate for the knockout. It would do 90, 180. It would one-shot it. And then I get my 2 prizes, Catcher and Professor Oak's new theory, which is awesome. Now, he's going to promote Smeargle. I did him a favor with the Skyro Bridge, but I'm going to say it put me back in the game because it's 4 prizes to 4 prizes. He attaches there. He's going to use his Ultra Ball, discard Darkness and something else. Get a new basic out. It's the Terrakion. He's really going to want to, get these Terrakions going because it's a yellow deck. Yeah. So he's going to play Experience Share down on his other Terrakion. And I have a feeling he's going to have a Catcher. He's going to Junk Arm. His Smeargle goes bye-bye, and a Ultra Ball goes bye-bye. Probably for a Catcher. And he's going to catch up that Eel on my bench with the damage, so he can knock it out. And then he's going to switch into his Terrakion, of course. So that's exactly what's going down. I'm going to bring up my little guy, his little damage counter, his little 30 damage. I don't think he's portrait. Yeah, he's portraiting right now. So he gets to look at my hand, and he's got a Professor Oak's new theory there. So he's going to use that. Shuffle his hand into his deck and draw 6 more. Then he will eventually use that free retreat because of Skyro Bridge and bring in. That's weird. He brings in Tyrogue. Why Tyrogue? I'm not all too sure, but he brings in Tyrogue maybe to buy himself some time. He could have just retaliated or, whatever. He flips tails though, so he's going to remain asleep. I'm going to evolve into my other eel there. And I have a plus power, but I don't think I should use it. I think I should junk arm it. I'm actually going to Dynamotor over there. Oh, I see what I'm okay. I Dynamotor twice onto my Zekrom. I'm going to catch her up his Terrakion that has all the energies on it. And I'm going to knock it out with Bolt Strike. It's not a bad play. It's not the best play I could have made, though. So I Junk Arm the Raikou in the Zekrom for a switch, so I could switch into that Zekrom. Yeah, that's okay. I like the play. It brings my hand down to nothing, and then I can play Oak and just like draw 6. So there we go. I get the fighting energy, which is cool. Like, I would have rather had that instead of attaching. But, knocking out this Terrakion's a good thing. I had to put 5 on myself because it's the plus power. It adds to the recoil from Bolt Strike. And then I draw a prize. So now, he promoted the Tyrogue, and he uses Dual Ball, and he flips 1 heads again, and he's going to play down another Terrakion. Now he's going to play a Dark Patch here, and then actually decides not to, and then he actually attaches a Dark Energy to Terrakion, then uses the Dark Patch. I'm not sure why, because it's just going to get another energy onto his Darkrai, but then he ends. So I guess maybe he just didn't want to draw into those things, which is okay. So now, I got 3 cards, but I drew into an N and a Juniper and a Mewtwo. Mewtwo's not really going to help right now. But he's going to knock me out with a Retaliate there. So I'm going to promote my Smeargle on my own. And I'm going to draw my card for the turn. And I got 2 N's and a Juniper. And I don't want to use either of N's, and I don't want to Juniper away 2 N's because it's important. And I'm a little scared to portrait and grab a Juniper, but I portrait anyways, and he has a Professor Oak's new theory. I'm like, thank God for Punt. Draw my hand in my deck, draw 6, and I have that other fighting energy, so I'm going to attach it actually to the Terrakion that has energy on it. I'm going to catch her up his Darkrai, and the reason why I decided to put that energy onto that Terrakion as opposed to maybe get another Terrakion going is it's got an Eviolite on it. If he brings up another Darkrai, I feel pretty good about just knocking it out and not worrying about it at all. So I'm going to Juniper there, Juniper away all that stuff. I'm going to check my discard because I got a Junk Arm. I don't think really there's anything that I want a Junk Arm for. So I'm going to retreat the Smeargle, and I'm going to bring up Terrakion, and fiddle with my cards so they fan out nicely. And then I'm going to Land Crush, Retaliate, whatever, for the 2 prizes there. And you're looking at pretty much I win. He can't knock out my Terrakion. I have a Junk Arm, so if he ends me, I could be in trouble. That would be a bad thing. So he's going to attach an energy to his Terrakion, and then play Catcher, and probably Catcher up an Eel with damage on it. And actually, no, he decides to Catcher the one out with no damage on it. I don't think he's looking to knock it out. I think he's just looking to buy some time. So I show him my hand. I got a Juniper. He's going to use that Juniper since it's the only supporter in my hand. He has to use it. So he's going to discard some okay stuff. A pawn. That's alright. So he's going to draw his 7 cards. And what's he going to do from here? Play down Darkrai. Maybe if he has a couple dark patches, and junk arm for 1 or something. Junk arm's a Darkness Claw away, which I didn't like. I didn't think that was a good play. And junk arm's an N away, and I was like, what are you doing? But he gets a Darkness patch and attaches a Dark Energy to the Darkrai, and then there you go. He has the other N, so that made sense again. So I draw 1. I draw a Juniper. You know, N is my friend, you guys. You can't fuck around with me. I run this shit when you try to end me. He's going to promote Terrakion with the 2 energy, and you can retaliate for the knockout. And that's what he's going to do. So it's a pawn prize game. I Juniper, discard that 1 little fighting energy, and then I draw some stuff. And I'll look at it, and I'm like, well, nothing all that great. I think I Super Rod first to get some stuff into my deck in case I don't hit what I need to hit off this portrait that I'm going to do. And in case I end myself into an N, I don't know. I'm going to get probably Zekrom and a couple energies. I think about Thunders for a while, I guess, for like some quick energies. I put some energy in there, put a Zekrom in there, put those 2 in my discard pile. I'm gonna portrait now, and portrait says, "Show me your hand. Show it to me. Show it." There it is. So he's got a Juniper there, which is great. I got a bunch of shit in my hand that I'm not gonna use really. So I'm gonna discard that. I'm gonna draw 7. I only have 11 cards in my deck, and I got that junk arm. So I retreat into my Terrakion, and I junk arm, and then he says good game, like right there. But I'm gonna, I don't know, I do finish it out just so you guys see. No, I don't. I just draw my prize because he says good game. I get a catcher out, you know, his Darkrai, you know, the Tyrogue, the Smeargle. So that's a good game to the guy I played on PlayTCG. We'll leave links for PlayTCG. I will keep making videos for you guys. And see you guys next time. Adios, folks. Bye. See you later. Sayonara. Goodbye. And goodbye for a 3rd time. Bye. Number 4.